Hey, this is ADV Trust, and we're going to cover a Overland Bound West snow day. And then from the cabin, we did a little side loop and got kind of treed out. And then further on down the road, we took another loop. And what's really kind of cool is this area looks like it has a lot of off-road trails to go explore. So that's the side loop that we took. And then we went down the road a little ways, and you can see we took another little kind of in and back out to the road loop, which was really nice. This is a great area to explore. We'll definitely be going back, and it's actually not too far from Tahoe. So if you have a chance, stop up there. So once we came off the main road, now again, this is 1st of February, so usually this time of year there's quite a bit more snow on the ground, and as you can see, there is just a little bit of snow, and I would say it was about 72, 73 degrees when we were there, so the snow started to melt. Now, the change that happens though when you're having this kind of warming, melting, freezing, warming, melting, freezing temperature is that the top of the snow sometimes can get super hard and slippy. And then underneath the snow, because it's melted, it turns into ice. So you've got this, you've got areas that you have slippy ice snow and mud mixed in. So this is heading up towards Uncle Tom's cabin. I think over the last storm we had in January, over the New Year's, some of the trees have come down, and you can see heading in that a lot of the snow is melted. There's some slick spots. So the drive up was actually a lot of fun. There wasn't anything, that was too difficult for our vehicles, though if you did have a normal passenger car without all-wheel drive, I think it could be a little difficult. And then this is coming up on the ridge after you pass the lake, and again you can see there's no snow in the trees. That's all melted off. All the snow on the roads has melted, and now this week the temperatures have been up in the 80s, so I'm sure that there's even less snow up there now. Though I do have to admit, for me, since I'm a Bay Area type person, I'm really not used to driving in the snow. So it was a really good opportunity for me to kind of dip my toe into the pool per se, because a lot of the snow, at least in some of the areas that we had gone, had melted. And even you saw on the map a couple of those little side roads we had taken. So this is that kind of first side road where we hit a tree and we had to turn around. And you can see how dry and dusty it is. And again, there's almost no snow. And this region, I think is about 4,000, in that range, 4,000, 5,000 feet in elevation. So technically there, at least, and somebody posted in the comments, there should be 2 or 3 feet of snow on the ground. Pretty much all over this area. And then the other thing that we ran into is, so remember you've got the snow melting, freezing, right? But then you also get these deep piles of super soft, slushy snow that's really thick. And then underneath that is a mix of mud and ice, which means even with the aggressive mud tires that I have, was still kind of a little bit of a struggle. But again, there wasn't anything, super sketch on this trail, except for this little part. So we had gone down that kind of in and back trail, and you can see there's a vehicle here. This is what I'll call stock defender. And that individual did an excellent job navigating this, but they actually had to back up and then take a run at it, right? And then you can see here in this full-size truck that the snow and the mud just kind of grabs the truck and tosses it around a little bit. It's more like, what you're doing is just trying to keep the truck within a certain amount of parameters without overextending the steering. As part of riding. And then this is Alice doing the same thing that you just saw the white truck go through. And I actually had Alice in 4 low with the diff locked. And we were still getting a little bit of slippage, trying to get it back up this hill. So at least this time of year, unless you're four-wheeling with friends or you've got, a pretty good setup, I wouldn't recommend kind of exploring too far down these trails, because there are sections, kind of like my trip up to Kamuk, right? There are sections that are in that more shaded area of the mountain. So even though everything else looks clear, in those kind of shaded, cool areas, there will be snow piles and drifts, and that ice and mud freezing underneath them can make it pretty difficult if you're trying to get your way out of it. So overall, it was a great trip. It was my first trip with the Overland Bound team, and everybody there was super supportive and super friendly and encouraging. So I look forward to more rides with them. And if you get a chance to go up there, explore some of these side roads. This is that kind of little in and back. And this road actually had a really nice view, so we kind of stopped and got some pics and stuff, and an opportunity to throw a little mud up on the rig. So I hope to see you out there. Look forward to the next update, and have fun out on the trail and stay safe. This is ADV Tress out, and see you down the road.